Buy any of the stocks that we actually I lose money.
So you cannot buy IPO in Hong Kong because
No,
the
not
industry is
exactly. We
related
just
to IPO.
avoid it. We just avoid the perception that we have interest. So we
Why
try
can't you
not-
buy IPO? You got.
Because they are doing business related to IPO, so I think they cannot.
Oh, you
Oh.
mean
We
the
don't have
conflict?
any
rules per se.
Nah, because it
Well,
depends
we
on
don't
what
have
you're
to.
doing.
We
You don't
do
you
have to sign a letter of independence,
Yeah.
but we're not directly. We have no direct interest in the companies.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's
You don't
no
have any
limitation.
inside information
We don't
about.
have
You don't
any-
have So whatever.
Well, we
Yeah.
have enough information to tell you whether you should or shouldn't.
Yeah, so that's why we stay away from
through
buying
the
them.
process because I mean we are involved in and we do see some of the internal or the discussions regarding internal audits and stuff like that. I mean, but we don't have any real insider information.
There's the rest of the guys here. How are you all doing with the wine? Everything okay?
Yes.
Anything else at the moment? All good?
So the fact that we know information, even though it's
Lloyd.
one can say it's
Alvin,
insider
nice to meet
knowledge,
you.
right? We won't buy any of the stocks.
I think it would be difficult to monetize the information that we have in any
Robson.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm Elfie.
Alvin. Nice to meet you.
Well, because it's an
Help
public
ourselves, we have
offering, so, I
wine.
mean, we have a little bit more insight into the company, and we could say, well, I probably wouldn't buy it, but I mean, we don't know.
we don't know the
We don't.
books.
We don't
Right?
really know the books.
Yeah.
We don't really know who's financing it. If they've already sold off a large portion of the stocks, like we
Okay.
don't have that level of information. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
we're part of a working group, but to say that we have detailed knowledge from the CEO because he's telling us.
Yeah. Nah.
I mean,
Okay.
I suppose we could try and ask, but they might be looking at us like, "Why do you guys want to know?"
Yeah,
So it might be.
but on the side, we investing. We invest. I usually invest in North American stocks, less Hong Kong.
Yeah, I don't really follow much specifically. I mean, I'm not from Hong Kong myself either. So I have North American and also Europe. That is more of a long-term day trading.
Basically from India.
For month trading is much more focused on looking at seeing where it's
Almost
going.
1.5 years.
From our work, because
Yeah, yeah.
we're more in strategy
I'm a scientist basically. Yeah, I work as a microbiologist.
trying to assess my.
Explain.
So, for example, we'll be doing work on something in Southeast Asia, which is directly aligned to mobile penetration.
Yeah.
We get loads of data. Well, okay, and then it starts to run what could be a good 1 year, 2 year kind of interesting assessment. Just based on all the information that passes through our hands. Probably much more that way.
We probably have more. We have more industry data before than those people.
I think just through our work, we get a lot of random industry data then goes into investment ideas, I suppose would be a good way to put it. But it's not like in a focused investment strategy that says, okay, we're going to do industry data.
That's just
What do you guys do?
I'm basically a microbiologist. I'm not from a finance background.
Okay.
So, but I have a kind of strong interest in trading. So I do US stock trading,
Okay.
like a swing trader, not a daily trader.
Okay.
So whenever the price goes down, I'll buy it, and when it goes up, I will sell it.
So you're a technical trader.
Is it called a technical trader? Some people call it swing.
So swing. But what are you?
Do you look at charts?
What do you do?
Yeah.
Look at charts and to make a decision and stuff like that, or are you looking at the reading company data information and
No, I generally look at the charts.
Okay, you're
Okay.
technical
Yeah, you're
trader.
technical guy.
So who are swing traders then?
I think swing traders are basically what you talk about in terms of they're looking for those swings. It's going up, then I'm going to go up, and then it goes to a point you've got to come down, and then you follow it down, right? Technical traders, and this all part, but what information used to make that decision is either fundamental, i.e., you look at the macroeconomic, you look at the financials of the company, you look at the wider industry, we were talking about pharma and all that kind of stuff. You start thinking, okay, I know that this is happening in this particular place, and so you look at the fundamentals, you know, and to make your decision, as opposed to looking at the charts and, you know.
I would suggest Investopedia. They
Very good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
I learned my fundamental in technical trading.
Me too. I learned it there and also on the babypips.com.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that one's also good. Baby Pips.
It's a funny name. Baby pips. So if you're Forex, PIPS. Yeah. Price into spots. Yeah. So if you're a Forex trader, go to baby pips.
Hi guys.
Hey guys.
Yo. This is my friend.
Hi, Adrian's friend.
Welcome.
My boss.
Okay.
Not here.
Not right now. I didn't say anything.
After work.
No worries. Actually, David.
David, nice to meet you.
Deep.
I'm Elvin.
David.
The outflows are pretty
It's not South African heritage, right?
Wow, they have a 360 cap. No, it's not 360. It's just a GoPro. I know.
It's just 7.
Yeah.
It's up to 7 now. Wow. I'm so out of date. With
So,
photo
you're
cap.
You're not sure, right?
I'm currently a university student, and I'm just
Save your money to trade.
I'm saving the money to
White
trade
wine?
and
If not, I can just skip.
learning.
White?
Yeah,
In white? Yeah, white.
in
I just don't drink red. That's all. Allergies. How about this one? Oh, thank you.
I also do crypto trading.
You do what?
Oh, crypto. Crypto, wow. Bitcoin? What?
Ripple, Bitcoin.
Oh, Ripple. Okay.
So
You know my story.
EOS.
yes.
I just got a share. That's all.
So, have you ever
I'm
worked
an IT
company
developer,
called
just for you.
Hong Kong Exchange?
Yeah.
You know what happened to it, right?
Yeah.
Also, I'm one of
Oh,
those
you were
ones
there.
who- I was one of those people who actually also had Bitcoin and Bitcoin.
Oh my god. Oh. So you
Not
lost
that much.
everything?
I only have like 1 or 2 Bitcoins.
So
or something.
apparently not official.
So,
He's still waiting.
yeah, apparently I signed like a legal thing for the liquidation lawyer to come back to me. That was probably
For one
3,000
Bitcoin.
US dollars ago. It went to like 14,000.
Okay. I think it's like 7,000 now, is it?
Yeah, it went back to the point when I bought it. So,
Okay.
so I couldn't sell when I was supposed
I
to.
bought it at 12, so bad trade.
I bought it to 2,000.
Oh wow.
No, but then I sold it at 4,000.
I thought you hold it to now. Oh yeah, that's
When
true.
I first saw Bitcoin, so we were talking about it back in Canada, it was at like $1,000. We called it a scam.
I saw the pennies. I was way back in London, and I had someone send me some stuff. You know, when internet marketing had just started taking off, and same thing. I thought it was a scam. It was like literally 10 cents.
It's like
Time, it was
how could
nothing.
something with no physical backing of any
Exactly.
asset.
It's
So-
still a scam.
But the technology is
a popular
pretty useful.
scam.
The
More
blockchain part.
popular scam.
Huh?
I don't know, just from my personal not experience, I would just say my opinion. I'd say I still think blockchain is a good tech to delve deep in it, but that's
Actually, the
tech, not
future.
trading.
I believe that the future is crypto trading. In another 10 years, it will enter into all markets. That is for sure.
Crypto.
Because
okay.
the Ripple, I think the Ripple, it is already merged with MoneyGram. So they all do the transfer using the MoneyGram. And the Chainlink is merged with Google. So Google payments is done by Chainlink, most of the Google transactions.
When is
So the
Libra
chain-
coming out?
Huh?
When is Libra coming out? Is
No,
there
Libra,
news?
Libra, the Facebook, right?
I thought isn't there some sort of legal challenge on that one?
Yeah, they were going through
Yeah,
like
many
the Senate.
countries are not-
It's not even legal, I call it.
It's not.
Yeah, but the thing is, Libra, they're pegged to the dollar, so
Yeah.
Well, they have a China version of it coming out, backed by President Xi. No, there's something similar to Libra backed by like the Chinese government,
By a central bank.
by central bank.
Oh, okay.
It's not really a crypto. It's not blockchain cryptocurrency.
It's not even blockchain. I have no clue. It's just
It's
digital.
a pseudo.
Okay. Yes, it's China It's probably like some pseudo copy of something.
Well, China believes it.
Digital RMB.
Yeah, China believes in blockchain, but they only believe in blockchain that they can
Control.
Manipulate.
control.
So it's not really open.
Well,
That was
blockchain,
cool.
there's
Running on
like
the
4
government
types of
server
blockchain. I think
has-
they're talking about private blockchains there.
Those blockchains.
Yeah.
Sorry, closed blockchains. What's the point or attractiveness in that then?
Pardon?
What's attractiveness in closed blockchains?
For me, it's like, well, for me, it's for the tech value. It's more of like an easier way to implement a secure database. That's how I see it.
Yeah. But then again, you might as well have your own services instead. Then it's like,
Well, it depends on how you use it though, because you don't actually have like high power. You don't always need a high power servers online. There's a flowchart. I remember one of the conditions is, do you need an online server? If you don't, then use blockchain. Yeah, I think it's like some research from UCL somewhere. One of the 4 UCLs, UK. So why are we talking about tech? So I'm David. I trade HSI and that's about it. Futures. Futures and options. So today is very fun. Sorry. Yeah.
Every time I trade like CBDIs, on the
Huh?
what do you call this?
The volatility.
Yeah, I lose in Hong Kong. I can't keep up the Hong Kong. I don't have the time to keep up the Hong Kong ones.
Okay.
I only do options in the States.
Oh yeah, you talked about. I think we talked about that. You were putting like buying a lot of calls like a year ago or something.
And but I buy it like what is the long calendar. So I bought it for I buy option that's at least a year.
Yeah, I remember that's.
Wow.
It's a cheap way to buy the stock.
I guess
That the
that's-
game is not going too far.
it's easier to manage.
Yes.
But if you do for such a long time, don't you have to pay a lot of premium?
Yeah, but if you pick the stock that's been on an uptrend, like Visa, right, and Visa, and Visa, and Apple, right? So they just keep. But no, I lose money in Apple. Every time I buy an option in Apple, it went.
And Alibaba.
And Alibaba,
So you keep for at least 1 year?
6 months.
minimum
6
6 months to a year.
Wow. So then you really have to be right about the direction that it's going, right?
I had Visa since its IPO. That's gone like this.
okay.
Yeah, I'm holding as well. So yeah.
It's insanely skewed my portfolio.
Can I ask, like, how much of a premium you're paying for that then?
I didn't usually count that much, but I usually just say, how long. I used to run them kind of the theta model and the beta model back in when I was in school. And now basically says, okay, if we know that the last 6 months it went up by $15, how much do I actually have to make in that stock? Taking 50% off of the rates of this option and the prices, right? That's how much I'm gonna make, right? I should sell it when there's like 4 or 5 months left. If that's a yield, I don't want to hold it too far.
Okay.
Because your premium drop the fastest when it's
True.
close to expiration.
Yes.
So yeah.
So
Play
for
money.
I have a very basic question for a layman. How can you explain option trading? So what is it actually? Like I don't have any knowledge about option trading.
Because I trade very short periods of options, so for me I don't really care about what's the volatility, the beta and delta, all that stuff. For me it's just whether it hits the strike price or not.
Investopedia has really good.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I suggest.
Okay. I will remind
I would suggest you really take a look at that. That's what I learned.
Okay. Okay.
And YouTube.
Yeah.
I know. I just trade the really small options for HSI because they have like really small ones, so I just trade them. It's easier to trade than like football matches. That's all I can say. Yes, and I didn't buy any Liverpool, although I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I should have gone long Liverpool this year, shouldn't
I know, that's crazy. I never imagined they can have a chance to get a championship. Never in my life.
Oh my god, unbelievable.
Although I've been watching Liverpool since like the last time, not last year, but even the previous Champions League champions, when JR got like 3. It was like,
So, do you trade?
I only sometimes I buy Hong Kong stock, sometimes trade Hong Kong stock, but mostly I purchase bonds.
And it's expensive.
no, I don't trade Hong Kong stocks. I trade the futures. That's it.
ETFs.
Risk ETFs are cheap.
ETFs are the best.
I guess.
Is there anybody here holding silver?
No.
My
No.
friend is recommending gold though.
Really?
That's too late.
Everybody is recommending gold right now.
I don't know. I didn't buy any,
That's
so
too
I
late.
no comment.
It's too late.
Is it?
How do you know?
It depends on how long you want to hold it for.
Yeah. If you want to hold it short term, probably still
Historically,
okay.
the highest it went was $2,220. That was back in the financial crisis when the whole global financial system kind of going to shit. Because I remember I bought gold stock back then. Then I bought gold and copper stock back then. And it went up copper. Yeah, Takamiko options too. And but right now with all the things that's happening, unless the world is going to go, so Middle East is going to go kill each other, all the countries, Brexit, China-US trade war, global slowdown across the board, everything SARS 2.0, plus a lot of other geopolitical issues. Unless they all blow at the same time, it's not going to hit $2,000.
No.
Right, so upside what 10-15%.
So do you think in 2020, do you guys think the international prices will not, the bubble will not burst? It will still keep going up like
No clue. Don't watch international. Hong Kong just short.
You mean the gold bubble?
That's my recommendation.
Yeah, so the SPX, so the Standard & Poor's 500, you think it will not like change direction and go on a bearish market? You think it will still go up?
I don't think
Yeah,
there's
it will go
anywhere
down
else
eventually. It's just
to
but how do you
invest in.
call you know that's the problem, right? Trying to call it top or trying to call it bottom is incredibly difficult, right? So it's a question of trying to figure out, okay, what I personally try and do is try and watch sales because I'm more of a day trader, so I'm looking at it on a day-to-day basis really, and you know, if certain technicals meet a certain criteria, then it's like, okay, it's gonna go short for it's gonna retrace for a little while, and is that retracement finished? Yeah, it looks like it is, and you try and go back up a bit again, yeah. But is it gonna go up forever? No, it's not. Yeah. When is it gonna go down? You know what? If I knew that, I wouldn't be here.
Good point. Good point.
You know?
We would be hoping that if you knew that, you would be sharing with us.
With your crystal ball. 2 more bottles of wine and then that will solve the world's problem. Is anybody in on REITs?
No, I'm not.
Nobody looks at REITs.
Really?
Tell us about
It's
it.
kind of like I've just been looking at REITs, but primarily from a utility focus. I mean, just because we have such an increase in data develop or just data storage requirements. And so, I mean, data storage is like the new gold mine for everything else, right? We create so much data, and data centers, right, is going to be a massive demand, and there's a few REITs that really focus on data centers. The other one, of course, is logistics warehousing through e-commerce. And I mean, if anything says anything about trends, then those are really the new utility stocks, right? It's just, or the new utilities play. So I've been spending some time looking at it, and yeah, there's some quite interesting ones. But, I mean, I haven't made any decisions, but it's definitely something that's on my radar in terms of looking at it. Just because, I mean, right? It's e-dust, right? I mean, no one, right? People. If you look at the famous one is Iron Mountain from, right? They got rich. They made a whole bunch of people rich just storing paper, because companies would offsite it and they would just have warehouses to store secure, right, hard copies of stuff that companies never look at, but they need to keep a hard copy for 10 years. Right? So absolutely crazy. But now it's data centers.
Yes.
Right? I mean, it's just crazy how much data is being created.
Yeah, but the problem
So
with
it
data
has to go
centers
through.
is the cost of keeping data centers running is a lot higher than paper warehouses or what have you. Because right now, I know how people that work in data centers, and they're still trying to sell this data center space. So, like that market maybe not as mature yet, perhaps.
Why not mature? I mean, no, it's not mature. It's growing massively.
It's growing. Yeah, I tend to agree that it's growing. And from a tech perspective, digital is
Yeah, we just generate a lot of data right there.
Yeah, exactly. That. So there's
Everything
quite
comes
a
down.
lot of data, and it has to be stored somewhere, right? So, I would say that is definitely on the way on the ascendancy, right?
Cloud penetration is so low still,
Yeah.
right? Across the board. So
Yeah.
where's that going to migrate to?
And for me, from a financial services background, the other challenge with that is jurisdictions, particularly around
Sending data.
sending data across border. So getting into the cloud, for example, in this region, if someone can come up with a solution on how to fix that, Singapore will tell you, South Korea, India, those kind of countries, and Indonesia. Any data that you do with our country.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna let you go. I'm gonna go. I'll follow up with everybody with the emails and details and tips and membership for the free trial. As I said, my number's on the card I've given you. Send me a text whenever you want if you want to come and use the space.
Yeah.
Hope you have a good evening, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's a company called a startup company out of Silicon Valley. It's called In Country. They actually try to solve the data arbitration issue with data crossing border. So you still can
With
send data. They will make sure the policy when you in a specific country, they set the right policy. What can go leave the country, and which one cannot. And then the ones that the parts that cannot, they will anomalize it and standardize and unify. So you can still use the data to do analysis and stuff, but you won't breach the law.
It's actually, that's
I'm interested in the tech behind that, though. The tech behind that, how they sort it out. If they have to sort it out manually, that's a lot of labor. But if they have a system behind, some kind of AI system behind that sorts it for them, I would be quite interested in that part.
There's unfortunately there's only one person in Hong Kong right now doing the sales. If you go LinkedIn, go In Country, there's only one person in Hong Kong, so you can look her up.
Okay.
Figure out.
And ask her.
How does it work?
Like they will tell you, definitely.
It's
I
like
think she only worked there for now 6 months now. Or maybe less.
okay. In
Interesting.
okay.
So anybody doing forex?
You're really a forex
Is that
guy.
your primary focus?
Huh?
Is that your primary focus?
Yes.
Wow. So how many currencies do you look at?
I tend to look at the majors predominantly, but crosses as well. But all just of the major currencies, like I'm not going to double in South African rands or Indian rupees and Mexican pesos and that kind of thing. So it's good, so it will be basically so euros, US dollars, cable, Australian dollars, New Zealand dollars, Swiss francs. There's about 7 of them. So mainly against the US, but if they cross each other, but pound Australian dollar, there's no such thing really. It's basically pound US, Aussie US, and then they kind of merge.
The leverage is 100 times or something.
You can have crazy leverages in FX, obviously, but that you don't necessarily have to use it. You can brokers now allow you to. A good broker will allow you to control your leverage so that you don't go crazy with leverage.
I found options, and for me it's already.
You can go crazy. But I was saying to Robson when I came in that the technical analysis of forex. The good thing about forex is everybody kind of. I've seen the reaction there. Actually, forex doesn't move much more than 1% a day. Every forex pair, literally 1% a day. That's what it does.
What kills people is the leverage.
Exactly. What kills people
Yeah.
is the leverage. Yes. So controlling your emotions around that, the greed and the fear, is a huge part of it. And the other, the other big part of it is just basically being able to have the discipline around, getting in and stops and all that kind of stuff. So that's actually what I'm finding more challenging. Doing the analysis of, like today was a classic example, right? I did my analysis of my technicals. I called that, pound was probably going to go higher today, and it was going to go to a certain level. And I was correct in my analysis, but something said to me, take that, take that little profit there before you lose it, and guess what? Then
The option at the same time.
yeah, so what I am trying to do is, I'm not focused so much on the. Well, I am obviously on understanding the technicals and I was interrupting that. Although I call myself a technical trader, of course you keep fundamentals in mind, right? There's no point in saying, my technical say this when you know that Trump has just bombed Iran. Because that's going to happen. You know what I mean?
That one probably shot off.
Right. And the implications of that. So you've got to try and understand, and know what the implications of all those different things are, or knowing that the China trade deal is about to be signed, and then having to understand, okay, what are the implications? Like you still have to have an understanding of that.
Yeah.
But trying to have that discipline as a trader, and being able to cut your losses, run with your profits, and all of that kind of stuff. That is what I'm finding actually quite challenging.
How long have you been doing it?
I've been St. Rob's, and I've been doing it for quite a while, but I stopped the last 7-8 years because I was working for HSBC, and you're not allowed to trade. Well, you are allowed to trade, but you have to get approval and hold for 30 days and blah blah blah.
What time frames do you trade?
So I normally look at the 4-hour charts, and I don't, that's about the minimum that I look at, but look 4-hour daily, and the weekly and the monthly tells me which direction, what the trend is. And again, with Forex, actually 80 to 90% of the time it doesn't trend. It actually just ranges between two different points. That's what it does. I mean, they're pretty big ranges, and then if we take that leverage into consideration, that's quite some big chunky numbers that you can get involved in there. But that the psychological side of it is what I am really trying to learn more of now.
Oh, sorry, you first.